Fully sketch y equals negative 2x squared plus 12x plus 32. Include the vertex and intercepts. So the first thing we're going to do with this quadratic equation is that we're going to convert the general form that we have here to vertex form, also called standard form. So we're going to start by factoring out the greatest common factor from the first two terms, which is negative 2, which leaves us with x squared minus 6x. Then we complete the square for this binomial here. And the way to do that is that we take the coefficient in front of x, negative 6, we divide it by 2, giving us negative 3, and then we square it, which is going to be positive 9. And then we add 9 and subtract 9, which really means that we're not adding anything, right? So plus 32. At this point, we have a perfect square trinomial right there, which we can factor. So then we have negative 2. And then we have, if we factor this perfect square trinomial, we're going to get x minus 3. And then we have the minus 9 plus 32. Next, we're going to multiply this negative 2 back into the bracket using distributive property. So we're going to get negative 2 times x minus 3 squared plus 18 minus 32. We combine those last two numerical constants, giving us negative 2 times x minus 3 squared. 18 plus 32 is 50. Sorry, 18 minus 32. Hold on. No, it should be plus. My bad. It's been plus the whole time. My bad. So 18 plus 32 is 50. So at this point, we have this quadratic equation in vertex form. And we can see that the numerical coefficient a is less than 0. That means that this quadratic function will open down. And as a result, it'll have a maximum. Okay. The coordinates of the maximum will be the coordinates of the vertex. So the vertex is going to be, the x-coordinate is positive 3. The y-coordinate is 50. That means that our maximum, y max, equals to 50. Our axis of symmetry is going to be x equals 3. Now we also need to find the intercepts. So we need to find the y-intercept. So at the y-intercept, x equals to 0. So it's just a matter of replacing x with 0 and then solving for y. Plus 12 times 0 plus 32, which leaves us with just 32. So our y-intercept is 32. And then we need to find the x-intercept. So at the x-intercepts, there will be 2 here. Y equals to 0. So we do a similar thing as we found when we found the y-intercept, but this time we set y to 0. and we have negative 2x squared plus 12x plus 32. And now we have to solve this quadratic equation for x. So we can solve it by factoring. We can factor out the GCF, negative 2, which leaves us with x squared minus 6x minus 16. We can factor this trinomial here, giving us x minus 8 and x plus 2. And now we can see that the roots here, actually I'm going to write it probably, yeah, maybe here. So the roots are going to be x equals negative 2 and 8. So now we have all of the quantities that we need in order for us to sketch this quadratic equation quite accurately. We have the x-intercepts, negative 2 and 8. We have the y-intercept is 32. The axis of symmetry is 3. Y max is 50. We have the coordinates of the vertex. And yep, that's it. So at this point, we need a coordinate system. So I'm just going to put in some axes here. Move them out of the way a little bit like that. Our x-axis, y-axis. Now, it is a sketch, but these landmark points, everything I've highlighted in yellow, these are landmark points. They need to be qualitatively accurate in terms of their locations. Okay, so let's just start with maybe the x-intercepts. If we have negative 2 here and 8 perhaps over here. So those are the two x-intercepts. I'm going to put two points there. Okay. And then we have our y-intercept is 32. So clearly this is not going to be to scale. By actually, hold on. Let's move it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Okay, we're not going to move it then. Okay, so that's 32. The reason I wanted to move that y-intercept is because we have the y max being 50, so it's going to be way up. But that's okay. We can just say that we have 50 up here. We can now place the coordinates of the vertex. So the coordinates of the vertex are 3 and 50. Now, clearly, the scale is completely off here. That's okay. But what we need to be aware of is that the x-coordinate of the vertex will be right in the middle between the two x-intercepts. Okay, we have our x-intercept there, negative 2 and 8. So 3 should be there. And we can now place the vertex. Should be about there. That's going to be our y-intercept. Okay, so we have now 4 landmark points. We're going to connect them. This all opens down, so it's going to be going something like this. Okay. And then our axis of symmetry is right here. It goes from the vertex right through the x-coordinate of the vertex. So this here is our axis of symmetry.